A unique but protective fashion statement was made Saturday on the diamond. Welcoming your ESPN.com headlines, I'm Dario Melendez. Padres pitcher Alex Torres became the first pitcher to ever wear a protective hat during a live game. And with more on this, we welcome in our ESPN.com baseball writer Christina Kahrl. And Christina, obviously not the most fashionable thing out there, but this really is a results-driven game. It made him feel comfortable on the mound. But is this something we're going to start seeing more and more from pitchers when they head to the mound to toe the rubber?
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of those things where, sure, we're going to see slow adoption, but we saw slow adoption, and it took 30 years before batting helmets were actually officially a rule. So I think the big test. Torres looked fine out there. He struck out a couple of guys. I think the big test is going to be when somebody's actually hit wearing one of those things, and if the guy just gets up and says and shakes it off, then I think people are going to be both. It's going to lead to wider adoption. I think basically people are going to be a little curious about it just because it's so ugly, and a little reticent about putting the thing on their head. But, if it doesn't affect performance and, if it keeps you safe, I think you're going to see adoption slowly but surely. What
did Torres have to say about even wearing it?
He said he felt fine. That was the thing about it. He says it doesn't feel differently, and of course it looks much different because it is so ugly, but he said he had been wearing it for a couple of days beforehand before finally wearing it at a game, so he was used to the fact that he was wearing it, so it wasn't something he just slapped it on his head. That said, again, I think it's going to be a tough adjustment for a lot of guys, who are just so used to wearing a plain old cap.
That's ESPN.com baseball writer Christina Kahrl with the latest on Alex Torres wearing that protective hat on Saturday. Remember, for your latest headlines, keep right here on ESPN.com. I'm Dario Melendez.